Well, to start off, obviously excited about the season, but wanted to announce Daniel Oturo and Jarvis Amersa, now goes by Amersa, and the signing of those two guys. So certainly I can talk about those if you have questions. Both guys extremely excited about. We feel like we've had back-to-back-to-back really good recruiting classes, and that's how you turn a program around. It's a testament to my great staff. We've got really good continuity with Kamani and Ben being there since I've been there. So credit to them, credit to everybody. It's been a team effort to do it. Both guys extremely excited about. Daniel, I believe, is one of the best big guys in the country. Some have him ranked top 5 centers in the country. And I think he's talented. I think he's going to come in and help right away. And there are bright days ahead for him. Jarvis, is a forward who can play multiple positions. One of the best athletes that we've brought in since we've been here. Plays extremely hard, very, very tough. So both guys I expect to be really good players. We always talk about closing down the borders, and we're certainly doing that. And it's all connected. The success that we're having recruiting the state is important. Lastly, Sunday. When was the Puerto Rico game? Sunday. Sunday. Just want to thank everybody for coming out. We raised, I don't know the exact number, around $30,000. So we're really proud of that. That goes to the American Red Cross in Puerto Rico. So our fans showing up, kind of, last minute type thing that we put together was great. So we appreciate it. As well as that night, really proud. We were able to raise $100,000 for cancer research as well. So proud of that, and excited about the season moving forward, and lot to be excited about.
Richard, Oturo, you're saying will play right away. That's the plan. As a freshman when he comes in.
Well, I don't know if I ever have a plan that ever really goes according to plan, but I think he can. But you never know until they really step on your campus. Just an understanding of how to play, but I project that he'll be a guy who can play right away.
How impressive has his development been from where he was maybe this time last year to now?
He's improved. He's always been a great athlete, as good of an athlete as we'll see since I've been here. But he's improved his skills. He's shooting threes, terrific passer, very willing passer, cares about winning. He's got very good leadership qualities. So from a basketball standpoint, he was always kind of that raw athlete. Well, now he's a pretty good basketball player as well. So he's got bright days ahead of him.
When you look at what Reggie was able to do shot blocking wise, and obviously he can improve his rebounding, but where do you see Daniel stepping in to try to replace that spot?
I don't know. Again, I project him as a terrific recruit. Maybe, and again, rankings don't mean a whole lot to us, but it's one of the higher rated kids we've gotten. But more so than that, he's a terrific kid. Is coming here for the right reasons. Wants to play for the name on the front of the jersey, wants to represent this university and this state the right way. And he's got great talent. He's big, he can block shots, he can rebound the ball well. But we're losing Reggie, Bakari, and Gass. So playing time is there. When good players say it, it does. I think, like I said, our last 3 recruiting classes, it's no coincidence that we're starting to win because we're getting it done recruiting. And there's a lot to sell, but the most important thing that we always sell is that you can go play for your home state, a terrific university, play in front of your family and your friends. It doesn't. Anything else you can offer is not as good as that. And that's why it's so important for us to get the in-state kids.
How did it strike you when you met Oturo's parents? Because they're really nice, genuine people, but
Well, I didn't know the story. It's a pretty funny story. So a couple of years ago, they came to team camp. And normally when recruits' parents are in town or whatever, or, they're on campus, one of your assistants gives you a heads up. Hey, such and such dad is over there. And all of a sudden, Daniel's father comes over to me, and I'm looking down at him, and he goes, I'm I'm Daniel's dad. And I'm looking around going, is this really Daniel's dad? Is somebody messing with me? But it's funny. I mean, he's a great guy, great mother, great parents. His mom is tall, so and I think she's got some height on her side of the family too, but it is interesting.
How does it feel this year going into your first game versus last year at this time when maybe you knew you had a good team, we didn't know you had a good team? How does it feel different?
It's different, but I got to remind myself and remind the team and everybody it really doesn't matter. And, you know, it's a lonely, lonely feeling when everybody thinks you're going to stink and everybody thinks that, you know, you're on your last legs. That's difficult, but that's sports. And it's hard. You know, when you're losing and you're a leader of a program, it really does. Like I said before, it becomes a very, very lonely profession. But then when you're winning and, you know, people are excited about it, it's a little bit less than that. But at the end of the day, none of it really truly matters. It really does not. I mean, that it can all change. It can go the other way. So I've always tried to remain as level-headed as possible, as even keel as possible, not get too high, not get too low. Appreciate anyone who comes up to me and says good things about us, anyone who writes anything good about us. Sure, thank you. But at the end of the day, tomorrow's when it gets real. Everything is just projections. And, you know, you guys got jobs to do, and you're told you got to project, and you do that. But I thought we proved last year that those projections don't really matter. But this year's no different.
One thing you're looking most forward to seeing or hoping to see out of the team tomorrow night?
Just one thing? Win.
Okay, great.
No, it's always hard. I understand. You always ask those things, but it's my main focal point, Jace, has been to these guys. Play the right way. It's been that. Just play the right way. You know what the right way is. You showed last year when you play the right way, individually you get the accolades that you want. You get to the NCAA tournament, which you want. You know, you want that recognition. That's normal for young kids to want that. But it all comes down to playing the right way. So we've talked a lot about that. And it does not matter who the opponent is, even through our exhibition kind of slate, which was really good for us. You know, when we played Wisconsin Green Bay, when we played Creighton, we played the right way. Maroon Gold scrimmage, we did not play the right way. And that's tough because nobody's playing to win, really. But we understand that when we play the right way, we make ourselves look good.
This might sound really goofy, but do you need to guard against guys looking ahead to Monday? Name school, hopping on an airplane this weekend?
Not really.
It has to be on tomorrow night, USC, Upstate, versus Providence.
Total focus is on Upstate. That's it. And then, I've always been that way and will continue to be that way. We've put all of our energy the last couple of days on preparing for Upstate. And then when that game is over, we'll turn the page. And that's kind of what I've always done and I'll always continue to do.
Is there a big difference? I mean, Wisconsin Green Bay was obviously an impromptu kind of thing, but there's really not much difference between that game and this game, is there? I mean, except for the venue that you're playing?
Well, one game counts and one game doesn't.
Counts, but I mean, you get referees, it's the same thing for the kids, isn't it?
No, I think it's different because, again, it's a regular season game, so they understand what's at stake. Versus Creighton, versus Green Bay, I don't think any of the coaches were necessarily playing to win. As silly as it sounds, we're working on our game. We're working on different lineups. We're trying to play. Tomorrow is all about getting the win because that's the kickoff to the regular season.
You talked about lineups and trying to give maybe some players more playing time, just more experience in those exhibition games. When you look at the fact that you returned 5 players who have started last year, how much does that make you feel going into the season, knowing that these guys are familiar with you, they know what you're doing, as opposed to last year when you had to start Amir and Reggie and guys that hadn't played with you for.
Every season is totally different. Every season is totally different. Nate Mason, Dupree, Amir, Murph, Reggie, those guys that returned, played a lot of minutes, they are going to be totally different. Good, bad, right, wrong, or indifferent, does not matter. It's totally different. So they need to understand it. It's like I remember when I got this job coming from FIU, and I remember somebody saying to me, there's no difference. Man, there's a difference, right? Well, it's the same thing. Every year is different, and they know that. And if we don't get better every single day, it's not going to matter. So at the end of the day, they understand that.
Richard, how did you end up at Providence
Well, I think growing up, I was in Boston. I mean, I kind of consider myself a New Englander. Went to high school in Boston. Had some friends that were going there. Boston, Providence, probably about an hour 20 away. So I wanted to be somewhat close to home, but not too close. And Providence was kind of always my dream school, to be honest. Just growing up, my dad had coached there in '87, went to a Final Four. It's got a special place. It means a lot to me. I have a brother that was buried there. So that whole state means a lot to me. That university, that college means a lot to me. And it's got a special place in my heart. And I had a great 4 years there.
Richard, you talked about the added pressure on seniors, whether it's Joey King or Andre Hollins in the past. How do you think Nate and Reggie specifically will handle that this year?
I don't know. Seniors are tough. Seniors are tough because they put a lot of pressure on themselves. That hourglass is running out, and you can't ignore it. I've told our team, understand you've got 4 seniors who want to go out the right way. So they may put a little too much pressure on themselves at times. Help them out. There's a lot on their plate, more so than the younger guys who know they've got some time. So I think they'll be fine, but you never know.
Is it the pressure of trying to win as many games, or is the pressure of them going, I'm determining my professional future, which one gets...
Both, and I think they're both connected. As a coach, my goal is to get them to understand that if they play the right way and they win, everybody will get what they want. Because they all want to graduate, they all want to play professionally, and that's a dream of mine too. The beauty of college and college coaching is you get to see them grow, and then you get to see guys like Andre Hollins, Austin Hollins, or a Joey King, even who's local now. You get to see them evolve. It's a fun moment when I get to, a wedding invitation from Joey King. Those are cool things to see. So for me, I just want to make sure when they leave us, we put them in the best possible situation for their next step, whatever it may be. And I know this, winning will help them in that.
Is Dupree still playing catch up from the time you...
Probably a little bit. Yeah, probably a little bit. And I keep telling him, relax, be patient. I know you're a good player. But he was out for a while. He was out for a lot of the summer. And it's not going to come back right away. But we got a long season. So I've been trying to keep him patient. And most of the time, young people are not patient. So I'll keep reminding them.
Are you named captain?
Yes, they voted, and it was Nate and Murph.
And with Jordan, maybe more so than Nate, it seems like he's grown into more of a guy that not just lead by example, but he'll actually.
Yeah, he's really grown, Jordan, not just as a player, but just as a person. And he's always been a great kid, but he's not afraid to speak up. The number one thing you have to do if you want to be a leader is you've got to produce first from a effort standpoint every single day. If you don't do that, it doesn't matter what you say, your credibility, nobody's going to listen to you. You got to do the right things off the court. You got to do the right things in class, or else young people just won't listen to each other. And Jordan has done that. He works hard every day in practice. He's worked on his game. Are you tweeting while I'm speaking? Are you trying to beat all these guys? Go ahead. I'll let you finish. You're tweeting about the captains, right?
Steve Curry has connected?
No.
He started clipping his fingernails.
Well, he's nodding his head, but he's not paying attention to me. It's like talking to my wife. So I don't know what I'm talking about.
Are you talking to me or are you
I'm talking to you. You're not listening.
Get that in there about his wife.
No, please don't say that about my wife. Jordan Murphy has absolutely he has become a really, really good leader, and that's just getting older, get more confident. Tweet it out. Go ahead. Anyone else? All right. Thank you.